Hi, my name is Reese from the Eastern Suburbs School of Music. Today, taking you through the parts to the bass lines in Helper's on Its Way by the Little River Band. It starts with one of the most iconic Australian bass parts of all time. So what we've got here is a slap bass technique. We're starting on string number 1 and doing what we call a pop technique on the bass guitar with a hammer-on. So the pop sound comes from this right hand, and what I'm doing is getting underneath the string and snapping it away from the body. Following that up with a technique that we call hammer-on. If you haven't done this technique before, I do have a video. Just click the little link that's appearing above me now. Will take you to the proper way of doing this hammer-on technique. And the hammer-on is going from 2nd fret on the bottom string, 1st string of the bass, 2nd fret to 4th fret, 2, 4. So popping at 2, hammering on at 4 of string number 1. I'm then hitting my thumb on 3rd string, what we call a slap. And I'm hitting the edge of the fretboard, 3rd string, while my left hand is holding down 2nd fret of 3rd string. The bass strings 1, 2, 3, and top thick one being 4, 2nd fret. That creates a B note. We are playing over a B chord at this stage. Hammer 1, 2, 3, 4 of those B notes at 2nd fret of 3rd string. And that is used to introduce the song. It's also used as a part of the bass line for the verse as well. Happens before the band now kicks in. So let's have a look at the bass line for the rest of the introduction and the verse now. For the verse of Helper's on Its Way, we are still using our introduction part over the B chord and then walking into the F sharp. This note is found then, this F sharp note, 2nd fret on your very top string of the bass, 4th string. 2nd fret of 4th string, F sharp. And to walk into that note, we are playing these notes all on the very top thick string, the 4th string, O, 1. And then 4 F sharps. 1, 2, 3 F sharps actually. 4 in the last bar. And when we put those two parts together, which I'll call the B chord part, twice, 2, 3, walk in, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. You now have the verse part. Once you've joined the B section, the B chord section, with the F sharp section. To get the tab of this particular song, go to our Facebook group, the Eastern Suburbs School of Music, and I've posted the tab in that particular group. The link to that group you'll find in the text description just below this video. And those two parts is all you need to play the verse. I'll just play that slow once again. B twice, F sharp twice, F sharp, 2, 3, walk, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's used in the verse of Helper's on Its Way. let's now have a look at what to play for the choruses. For the chorus of Help Is On Its Way, we're doing a technique known as octave playing. Octave is a musical term meaning two notes of the same letter name, for example, C and C. They are of different pitch, low pitch, high pitch. So we're just going over the C, and then taking it up to G. So the frets that I'm hitting here, our first C is going to be found at 3rd fret of 3rd string. That's one down from the very top, 3rd string. And then our octave note, the highest C, is found at 5th fret of string number 1. You can use your dots to help you find these frets as well. Very useful, these dot markers. A dot at 3 usually and a dot at 5. So you've got C. You'll play that pattern of notes once, twice, 3, 4 times. And on the 4th time, double up the higher notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. We find that the chord sequence has 3 bars of C. So we will do this pattern 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Before we take it up a string to play over the G chord, the rest of the band's playing a G major chord, we will play the octave pattern on the G. So the notes that we need now, top string 3rd fret is a G, and the octave 5th fret 2nd string. Once again, if you need the tab, you'll find it just in the comments below, a link to our Facebook group and where I've posted the tab to Help Us On Its Way. That is the chorus. There's a variation later in the song that I'll get to. Let's now have a look at the bridge section of Help Us On Its Way. The bridge section, we've got these notes being played. As the first set of chord sequence. So I'm at 9th fret of the 3rd string to create an F sharp. Use your dots when you're getting higher up the fretboard to easily locate the 9th fret. You've got 3, 5, 7 and 9 you should have as dots on your bass guitar. 9 for F sharp, 1 fret back to 8 for F, 1 fret back to E, and then up a string to B. So we've got F sharp, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, and straight up, top string 7th fret is your B. That is the first sequence before the singing of the bridge starts. We've got that 9, 8, 7, and then straight up to the B, 7th fret, top string. When the singing starts, it gets extremely high up the fretboard on the bass. It gets a little bit hard to hear on the recording. I'm estimating that he's playing so that is the first sequence. What I played there, our F sharp is now at 16th fret of the 2nd string. You've got a dot at 15 and a dot at 17. Also dot at 19. So that can be a way to locate that 16 really easy. 16 moves up to 18 in this case. So going from F sharp now to G sharp to A at the 19th fret. So that run of notes all on 2nd string. 16, 2, 4, 18, 2, 3, 4, 19, which is a dot. and then finishing off back on the 3rd string, playing 12, then 14, being A and B. This sequence then, 16 2nd string, 18 2nd string, 19 2nd string, 12 14 3rd string. And this is where the vocals have started. Don't you forget who'll take care of you. It don't matter what you do. The second sequence of this, where the vocals are, same start, 16, 18, 19, a little lick here. I'm playing on 1st string, 18, 19, 18, 19 on 2nd string. And then back to our B at 14th fret of the 3rd string. Good idea to grab the tab. Just follow the link that's in the text description below. It'll take you to our Facebook group, the Eastern Suburbs School of Music, and I've posted the tab in the photos of that particular group. So to summarize this bridge section, which is probably the trickiest part of the tune, we start in the lower frets of 9, 8 and 7 of the 3rd string, and then up to the B, the 7th fret of top string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Then we go high. Don't you forget who'll take care of you. It don't matter what you do. Form a duet, let him sing melody. You provide. And then 5th fret of the top string, we're building up now into the guitar solo. An A, 5th fret of the top string, and that B at 7th fret of the top string again, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of that B note. And you've got the bridge. This will probably be the part that you're going to have to think about the most. Let me just play it for you again before the vocals kick in. The vocals have kicked in. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then heading into the guitar solo, build it up. And you're off into the guitar solo. That's the bridge section of Help Is On Its Way on the bass guitar. Looking next at what to play for the guitar solo. Guitar solo, we're using our octave idea that we played in the choruses. We're starting on G this time, which is found at 3rd fret of your very top string. And that same rhythm pattern that we used for the chorus with our octave. G for 3 bars, and then to D for 1 bar. So the D is found at 5th fret of your 3rd string, and the octave note 7th fret of string number 1, the string that's right down the bottom of your bass. So we've got G, G again, 1 more bar of G, D, and D, and it goes back to the verse. That has almost covered then all that you need to play the entire song. Coming up next, I'll show you a small variation that is used in the last chorus. If you confident with some of the parts that you've played, go and look at our walkthrough video that I've made where I've put the track on and I'm playing with the track and explaining what part is coming up where, when you're playing a verse, when you're playing a chorus. Let's look at this chorus variation now as the last thing to learn for Help Is On Its Way. Different that you can play in the last chorus that we hear is a walking part that takes us back to the C octave. Just hear this in the last chorus. So what I'm doing now, I've changed where I'm playing the C octave, where I was playing it previously on strings 3 and 1. I'm now going to play it on the very top string and string 2. And the frets I'll play it at is 8th fret and 10th fret of 2nd string. Back to G, and here's where the variation comes in. Previously we've played just a whole bar of G octave. What we will do now is walk up the fretboard back into the C chord. So to do that, we're playing the G octave once, then moving up to 5th fret, A octave once, so that's 5 on top string, 7 on 2nd string. Take that 1 fret forward, 6 and 8th fret. Take that 1 fret forward again, 7 and 9 as your frets. So the notes that you would now be playing over: G at 3rd fret, A at 5th fret, A sharp or B flat at 6th fret, B at 7th fret, takes you back to the C at 8th fret. It's gone up 1 fret at a time to take you back into that C chord. And where you'll hear this is after the stop part that happens in the last chorus. So we've got the hang on, help is on its way, I'll be there as fast as I can. Hang on, help is on its way, I'll be there as fast as I can. And you've got your octave. That would be every note that you're going to find in the bass line of the studio recording of Help Is On Its Way by the Little River Band. Good luck playing this tune. To put it all together, go and look at our walkthrough video that has me playing against the recording and explaining what part comes up next. If you've learned something from this video, please subscribe to our channel, the Eastern Suburbs School of Music. Pretty much the only place you'll find on the web where you're getting bass guitar instruction of classic Australian songs. Click that thumbs up video please to give a like to this video. It does help out our channel. And if you've got any questions, comments or requests for songs that you'd like to learn on the bass guitar, please leave them in the comments section. I'll get round to answering those as soon as possible. Good luck learning Help Is On Its Way by Little River Band on the bass guitar. Awesome track.